Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim Santos if you're new, or if you're not new, hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. So to kick off the year, ABH has released another influencer collab palette, and it is with the influencer, the Instagram superstar Amrezy. She is just wow. She's extra, she's glamorous, she has it all. So of course, her eyeshadow palette's gonna be the same thing. Today I'm gonna be reviewing this eyeshadow palette, like doing a little tutorial. It's not gonna be a full-on in-depth. I kinda wanna keep this video short. I'm gonna do swatches of this palette, go over the price, and then also, not so much a full-on comparison, but I'll be swatching the Soft Glam and the Norvina palette, because I've heard a lot of people compare those two palettes to this one. It's like if those two had a baby, it was the Amrezy one. So we're gonna look into that. And just before we get in the video, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. But let's get into it and talk prices, palette, and fun stuff. So this palette has 16 eyeshadow shades ranging from different types of formulas. Anyways, the price of this palette is $49 US and then $65 Canadian. This is one of their more pricier palettes in this kind of format. Now, kind of my first impressions on this palette, I really like it because I love the neutral tones they put in here, but I still like the fun colors. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of overseeing blues and all these eyeshadow palettes coming out now. I feel like there's a random blue in everyone's eyeshadow palettes, and not saying I don't like blue, but I wish there was something else in here that maybe I would have used more, because I don't wear blue eyeshadow. Like, I'm a very boring, plain person. I love neutral tones. That's just me. And what I don't wear bright colors on a day-to-day. I wish I did, and maybe I should more, but yeah. The blue is gorgeous in here though, so I can appreciate it. The glitter formulas in here seem really interesting too, but we're gonna play with those a little bit later. So I'm planning on doing an eyeshadow tutorial. I'm just gonna do both eyes the same type of style. It's not gonna be natural because there's gonna be a lot of glitter associated with it, but more on the neutral tone spectrum, okay? That's just me. I'm a neutral tone girl. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we're gonna get this eyeshadow tutorial started. Anyways, I've already primed my eyes with the ABH eyeshadow primer, what am I saying? So taking this fluffy brush, I'm gonna start off with the shade OG, and I'm just gonna lightly tap that all over my crease. I do need to wax my brows though. Now I'm gonna take New Yorker on the same brush, and I wanna put that nice kind of camel tone in that crease once again. So now we're gonna get a little spicy, and we're gonna go in with 1988. And I'm just gonna put this in that little corner, the C shape of my eye, because I wanna deepen out the edges. Still going in with 1988. I'm assuming that's Amra's birth year, which that's crazy because like I'm always wondering what these influencers are gonna look like when they're like 70. They'll probably still look young as shit. They'll look better than me. So now I'm taking a much smaller brush and I'm gonna take the shade Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Go? I don't wanna say Yu-Gi-Oh because that's like a game. I'm gonna take that shade and I'm gonna put that in the crease even more to deepen it out. It has like a very cool toned, almost a little bit of a purple hint to it. And then in between that, I'm going in with that brush I used 1988 with. I didn't put any additional product. I'm just kind of blending that in with it to make sure I don't have any patchiness and the edges are all smoothly blended out. I'm gonna go in with a little bit New Yorker to warm up Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Go? I'm so bad. I'm quite happy with the way the matte shadows turned out. It looks really nice and blended. I love all the shades. This is definitely something I would do and then just put wing liner on, but we're gonna get sparkly today. So before I go with the shimmers, just in case if there's some fallout, I put some powder under the eyes just to catch that. The first shimmer I'm gonna go in with is Barb. And we're gonna put that right in the beginning. That's a pretty shimmer. I'm gonna kind of bring it up. Like I really want it to be not so precise. Next shade I'm taking is Anastasia, and we're gonna put that mixed with Barb to create that nice glitter gradient. Then I'm gonna take Gorgina and I'm gonna put that into the deeper matte shades on the edge. And then I'm gonna throw a little bit of Gemini at the end, just on top of that. It's a lot of shimmer. You probably need an adhesive base for shades like Gemini and Liddy, but I'm just winging it. So that is my Sparkle-rific lid. Just gonna go back in with those matte shades and blend things out. So quickly, I'm just gonna finish up the other eye and then do some liner. I might not do lashes because my eyes are getting really sensitive, but I will be back in just a second. So this is the final look. I have my liner. I'm not gonna lie to you, I butchered my wing liner today. It is garbage. It is so thick. My liners are all dried out. I have to buy new ones. So I'm trying to draw a nice little clean, crisp line. And because it's so dry, it's going everywhere. I'm not getting that nice fluid coming out. So it looks like trash. On the bottom lash line, I just really kind of tightly smoked it out with the dark purpley brown shade and then also the nice transition shade OG to blend that out. I really liked when I was just using all matte shades, but the sparkle's really nice to it too. I'm really happy with how the look came out, and honestly, this eyeshadow palette didn't have a lot of like fallout. I feel like the dark shades in this one didn't have as much fallout than other dark shades I've used in the past, so I don't know if they switched up the formula, maybe it's because of the certain colors I used, but it was great. Like less fallout than expected. The shimmers had quite a bit, so that was to be expected, but I'm really impressed. I like it. Anyways, now I'm going to move on to the swatches. So I'm going to be swatching this whole eyeshadow palette for you guys, and then I will have swatches of the Norvina and also the Soft Glam compared to it as well, and then we'll talk more about that. So these are the swatches of the new Amrezy palette. You definitely have an assortment of all those different types of shadows, all the different formulas, different shades, textures, and whatnot. So these are some of the shadows mixed with the Norvina palette and also the Soft Glam. These are just some of the ones that I thought were the most similar from the Amrezy palette. Now, if you see both of the different palettes swatched side by side, definitely they carry the same kind of tones and shades in all three of the palettes. So let's talk about the look of the palette and kind of ones that are similar. So like I was saying in the beginning of this video, the Amrezy palette is kind of the love child of the Soft Glam and also the Norvina palette. Now, I kind of can see it, but I kind of can't at the same time. I think a lot of people say that because the original Norvina palette has a lot of pinks and purples that, you know, the new Amrezy palette does have. Like, you can definitely see that similarity in the purples and then those pinky kind of tones and the duochromes as well. And then obviously Soft Glam because of its neutrals, which it kind of makes the Amrezy palette much more unique and special because you're getting the tones of these two palettes in one. If you don't have Soft Glam or Norvina, you want something that has neutral tones, but then you have those really pretty like pinks and purples and that hint of blue, this is a great palette to go for because you're not having to buy like two separate palettes. This gives you all the options and many different formulas. If it was up to me and I knew all the future releases for ABH, I definitely would have skipped out on Norvina, probably would have still got Soft Glam, but then I would have just got Amrezy because it has all those fun pops of colors. Like the purple shade in here called Cupcake, it looks very similar to the shade Celestial in the Norvina palette. And I find the pops of color in here are a little bit more jewel toned and richer than the ones in the Norvina palette. This blue is really stunning the more I look at it. The gold in this palette too is so rich, so there's a lot to play with and work with, and this is a great two-in-one palette for your Soft Glam and Norvina. So kind of my overall thoughts with the new Amrezy palette. I love it, and this has probably been one of my favorite palette releases in a while. If you've passed on the last couple ABH palettes, I think this would be a really great one to go for if you're really looking to get another one to add to the collection. Anyways, guys, that kind of completes my little mini review eyeshadow tutorial and swatches of the new Amrezy palette. I hope you guys enjoyed, had some fun, sit down with me today. I really appreciate it. I'll be back soon with another video, but until then, sub it if you love it. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Oh, my nose is itchy. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Like, I can just see myself pressing checkout and accidentally buying that right now. That would put me in the hole. It's not gonna be natural because they're gonna. It's gonna have to do. This is this is just gonna have to do for today. And this palette too. Good. Okay, Riley, thank you. You wanna be quiet now? There's probably no one outside.